welcome back to my channel. Today I have come up with a new topic, and that topic is fake news versus real news, because it is the need of the hour. We keep getting some WhatsApp messages, Facebook messages, or any other links related to different types of news. Especially during this COVID situation, we are receiving a lot of news like a lion was spotted on the road, or peacocks were spotted on the road, or the count of the mortality rate in Italy has come up to 80%, etc. Which news to believe and which news not to believe. Here we are to discuss some pro tips to decode any news. Why delay? Let's get started. Okay, so first let us see why fake news and what is fake news. Any news that is circulated across which is false or is partially false is a fake news. Why a fake news is created? The intention for creating fake news could be multiple. Like somebody wants to make you click on their URL so that they can earn some money. This is called ads. Or just to make their particular website popular or their particular YouTube channels popular, this fake news is created. This is called clickbaits. So what do we do now? So let us decode this. Firstly, as soon as you receive a news, do not just forward it blindly. First, open the URL and look at the URL. If you are seeing a URL which has something like .com.co or .com.in or anything suspicious in that URL, then consider it as fake. So what is genuine news and where do you get genuine news? Any reputed publisher or any reputed organization which has .org or .com, then you can believe with the news. These .com, .com.co, etc. are called as URLs or domains. Some of the reliable sources in India are BBC, New York Times, The Hindu, etc. Even if your friend himself or herself is forwarding you this link, be careful before clicking on it. Let's move on to the other one. Second pro tip is to go through the About Us section of that particular news link. So when you go to the About Us section, it talks about the publisher, the author who has published it, etc. This kind of information will always help you judge better if it is a fake news or a real one. Sometimes it happens like those websites are satirical websites, or some websites make April Fools on April Fool's Day. So don't fall for some websites. One of the most famous example for a satirical website is Onion. So this website publishes satirical news. Sometimes this satirical news sounds so real that we fall into the trap. Do not do that. Always check the About Us section of the news. Let's move on to the other one. Next thing to focus on while reading this type of news is the quality of the news. Quality, I mean here the way it is written. For example, unnecessary usage of punctuation marks, commas, exclamation marks, or any other emoticons, etc. means that that news is not reliable, because usually very famous and reputable publications always have spell checks, proofreading, or they have twice or thrice of proofreading before publishing the news. So there is no scope of spelling errors or any other punctuation errors. This was about it. Let's move on to the other one. The next thing to focus is the date and time on which it is published. Sometimes it happens so that we may end up reading the old news which was published around 6 months ago, and we end up thinking that it is the current news. This might sometimes happen while checking the gold rates. We tend to check the gold rate on October 1st, but we never bother to check if it is October 1st, 2019 or October 1st, 2018. So we need to be very sure on the timelines. The other thing that can occur is about the weather updates. Usually news items write something like, we had witnessed a rainfall yesterday. That yesterday could be yesterday of some other day. So you have to be very sure about the timelines. Next, move on to the other one. The next tip is to make sure to check the facts and quotes. So if at all a reputed publishing agency is publishing something, then it definitely emphasizes on the facts, or if at all it is publishing a speech or a press statement given by an official, then it definitely quotes their sentences in the quotes. So you have to keep looking at these quotes or the facts. Facts as such, 30,000 out of 3 crore people. This type of actual factual figure is quoted by these reputed institutions. So if you see that any article is written just in a vague manner, or if you do not see any facts, then you can just disregard it. Let's move on to the other one. The other pro tip is to just go to any other source and check for it. For example, if you have read a news in say ABC website, then just go to Google, type about that news and see if it is appearing in any other websites such as XYZ News or something else. If at all it is appearing in multiple sites with the same information, then maybe you can consider it as accurate. Let's move on to the other one. In this era, we usually fall for images. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, we fall for images of lions roaming on the road or anything else. So what do we do if images are involved? Google has introduced a concept of image reverse search. So use this feature in order to search for that image in Google. If the image appears as is and if it appears for the same news item, then the news item is genuine. Or if the image appears for some other news item, then you may call it as a fake one. Or sometimes something happens like the face of the particular person appearing in the news is completely replaced by some other person and is published as a fake news. So with Google's reverse search engine, you can achieve this and you can easily identify for fake news. Let's move on to the other one. The next pro tip is check in fact checking websites. Yes, you heard it right. We have some fact check websites as well. For the most famous and very accurate one is factcheck.org. I will link it in the description. You can check it out. So you can go there and check out for any fake news. If at all you find it there and if you find the facts, that's it. That's a fake news. Or another pro tip is to directly call the publisher to ask them if they have published it or if it is a fake news. I hope these tips are very easy and helpful for you to identify between fake and real news. I request all of you not to forward any news that looks fake or is not genuine, because it might hurt sentiments of some others and it might even give panic attacks. So before forwarding any news, be very clear and be very sure that it is genuine one. I hope you like this video. I will come up with some more informative videos in my next week. Till then, keep spreading the smile, stay home, stay safe. Bye-bye. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, hit the like button and send in your comments.